Dun, 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 dun. All right, welcome back. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 70, part 1. We got Tommy and Chris in the building today. We're going to start off with Say What's, and then we're going to jump into some Pro Bowl talk, QB questions. Brady, is he coming back? MVP was announced last night. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to see what else is going on. Sorry about last night. George T couldn't make it. Hopefully he'll be able to reschedule and do that for us. But we don't never stop. We keep it going. So what's up, fellas?
What up? What up?
Super Bowl weekend. Here we go. Finally getting there. But before we get into all that, we got to talk about the Say What's, because there was some funny ass shit last week. Unbelievable. Tommy, you might have had one of the funniest shits I've ever seen in my life. I probably watched it 15 times, but I'll get to it. But Drew's not on here, but we're going to get his ass on the next episode. He talked about Pat Mahomes got exposed for what he truly is because he's a bench player. We all laughed in his fucking face about that shit. But then Tommy's talking about, I come from Denver where we have 1,000-yard rushers. That's what we put out. This guy loves some Denver talk. I love that shit, man. T. Higgins, the second best wide receiver in the NFL. But we did look at it. We did look at it. You said on the team. But when you said that, everybody jumped crazy. We all love Jamar Chase, but he said he's Chad Ochocinco. You think he's Ochocinco?
That's right up there with a top 10 wide receiver of his generation at the time of his peak. Jamar Chase is a little small. I don't know if he's as quick enough, in and out enough to be small.
Okay. And then Tommy wants to just go into somebody else's body. Every time I talked about Josh Allen, he wants to talk about he was Josh Allen. I'm like, if I'm Josh Allen, you're not Josh Allen, Tommy. You're not Josh Allen. You're not going to get a quarterback like that in Denver. You're not.
A-Rod.
Then Shaman talking about David Akers. We all know who he is. He ain't Cam Akers. Tommy gave some crazy analyzation and never answered my question about Debo being a start running back. You got to go back and watch that. He gave like a 5-minute whole thing about it and never answered the question. Me and Keith were like, what the hell? And then Drew, I'm going to ask Drew, who else would he start over Debo and running back? We all know that there was other running backs there. Tommy said Deontay Foreman is a beast. So, Tommy, what round are you drafting Deontay Foreman in fantasy?
If he's starting on San Fran, he's coming out.
No. Deontay Foreman for the Titans.
You know what I mean? He's a beast.
What round are you drafting him, beast?
If Devontae Foreman's on San Fran's roster and the other running back's Eli Mitchell, Devontae Foreman's coming off before round 8. You know it.
I mean, we can always talk about if you were Josh Allen, you wouldn't be on this goddamn show either, right?
Foreman's going to be that type of back if he wants to be.
He's a double-digit draft, right, Chris? Double-digit rounds, right? Right? Come on, man.
Yeah, man, we talking about Foreman. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is a good running back.
Good. He's good. This is the funniest shit I was talking about. It was when we were talking about Derek Carr being the top 10 quarterback. And then Drew got up because he didn't want to hear it. He had all that food behind him. We started talking about the food. And then Shaman was like, damn, Drew, you having a picnic? And then Tommy was like, I mean, God, I'm hungry as can be. You got to see that shit. Yo, we watched it 15 times in a row. That was funny as fuck. I could watch it again. You know what I'm saying? Drew said Kyler Murray's going to be a bench player in 5 years. Shaman said put Derek Carr on any team and they'll win, including Green Bay. So basically he's saying he's better than Aaron Rodgers, basically. I mean, basically that's what he's saying. Keith said Washington should have just been called the Skins, and then of course I was like a woman's vagina, and then we started talking about the bucket of worms because that bucket of worm shit was still funny as hell because we don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can go either way with that shit. And then Tommy wanted to throw shots at Drew talking about the coach. I mean, they didn't have to hire no bum off the street like Josh McDaniels. That was cold. Tommy said Leftwich going to both interviews and backing out. That was props for you because I was dogging that. And the more I thought about it, I was like, damn, you absolutely right, Tommy. Absolutely right, yo. He's got to do that due diligence. He's got to do that shit. You absolutely right about that. And then I said, I don't care about race. I want to know about that $100,000 to lose games. We always got a race card. I want to know about that money. What's up with all this money? Chris said, how did the Chiefs get back? He said it twice. I tried to let you go, Chris, without dogging on it. They need a new offensive coordinator. I know Tommy hates him. Tommy hates the coordinator, though, but he's a beast, and he still ain't got a head coaching job. Why not? No. Drew talking about who the fuck is Jerick McKinnon? Shaman said next year they're going to be in the Super Bowl. And Keith said the most weird shit I've ever heard. I wish he was on the show. He's still stuck at work. He said Tom Brady is going to start a fantasy football league format like Yahoo and ESPN. You think that's possible?
I like that.
You think he's going to do that, though? Hey, what are y'all going to do? You going to play ESPN or Yahoo? No, I'm going to play Tom Brady. No. Come on, man. Yeah. He's going to own your team. He's going to own your team. So, look, we're going to talk about the Pro Bowl, QB questions, the next number one quarterback. What are we going to do about the Pro Bowl? Did y'all watch the Pro Bowl?
I didn't watch it. No lie.
I ain't watched it in 10 years. You did watch it?
Yeah, it's the Pro Bowl.
What happened in the Pro Bowl?
Just to watch it. The only thing I saw coming out of any of it was the dodgeball game and the skills comp. I mean,
but that's all it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The game. Oh, the game.
The game.
No, we ain't watching that. That's not.
Why do they have the game? Do more skill shit. I think that's awesome. Hell with the Pro Bowl. Nobody wants to.
Nah, you need to bring the Pro. You need to bring the Pro Bowl back. I like the best thing I heard this weekend about the Pro Bowl was that this is the only sport that has their game at the end of the season. If we could find a way to give these players, give them a 3-week break, right around week 8 or something, I don't know, and make it a 16-game season again. I don't know, but if you put it in the middle of the season, you might get some weight in it again.
Tommy,
they're not hitting. It's not worth it.
They already ain't hitting at the end of the year. You think in the middle of the season they're gonna be hitting? These fools trying to make the playoffs and win a ring. Why would they hit in the middle of the season? Chris, what they got to do in the Pro Bowl? What can we do to watch the Pro Bowl?
Home field advantage.
I think Pro Bowl should be held after Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl, so the people that play in the Super Bowl can get in it.
I mean, a few weeks after, like at least 2 weeks, almost like another Super. And I think, why not?
That might actually be good, because if I lose the Super Bowl, I might want to hit somebody. That shit. And especially,
damn, these niggas won. Fuck out of here.
That might be a good idea, actually. I never thought about that shit. That might be a good idea. But I know one thing we got to get rid of about the Pro Bowl is don't let players play in the game that's going to get locked up afterwards. How the hell did Alvin Kamara just play? He knew he assaulted this dude. And then he going to go play Pro Bowl. And then as soon as it's over, he's getting locked up in the tunnel. What the fuck are you doing? And then they go interview him and say, why did you hit him? Well, the man called my friend ugly. Should the Saints release him? Chris, should the Saints release Alvin Kamara?
I think he's, honestly, this is, it's funny. I think this is something he probably wanted to leave the Rams. The Saints. And he probably want to go somewhere, man, where they get the same shit. They don't get nowhere. And his talent, if Kamara were to go somewhere else, believe me, he dominates somewhere, yo.
Here's my question then. So if they release him, ain't nobody gonna pick him up for a year. Why would you want to sit out and hold another year? You're Alvin Kamara. Why don't you just do like OBJ or one of these fucks? Huh?
He's going.
He said hell he going somewhere. He's going to jail.
Yo, Tommy's stupid. He's going to jail.
He's going to jail?
Yeah.
This is a felony. This is a felony in Las Vegas.
Is he going to go to jail though? Is he going to go to jail?
You don't normally hit somebody and get charged with a felony. This is malicious. When they show the video,
what do you
well for this guy? This is not going to play well.
Hold on a second. So he fucked this dude up then.
Any backing in the NFL? I think he is more unsignable than Deshaun Watson right now.
Come on. Our players come back. Look at Michael Vick. And Michael Vick got some felonies.
Yeah,
so what?
He got locked up.
Yeah. So hold on, Chris. You know what happened with Alvin Kamara?
I got a glimpse of it. Not to get more details, but I know.
Supposedly some dude said something to them or something in the elevator or something. And then later on, he called his friend ugly, supposedly. and then he like punched him, and then everybody started stomping this dude, and he was beating the hell out of this dude, broke all kinds of shit. You know, didn't try to lie, talk about all other people are punching, but the video shows him doing all the stuff. So why isn't he not released? When Kareem Hunt stuff came out, he got released that day. Ray Rice's stuff came out, released. Why not?
Legal.
Huh?
Legal.
It's legal?
No, it's just a contract thing. He will be released, but the Saints are going to dot their I's as soon as this investigation says there's no way he deserves to be paid. Bam, it's over. Once the breach of conducts happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, yo. He ain't lying because they got ever since that last case with whose wife was it that he got caught? Oh, he was on the elevator, he was beating the shit out of her.
Ray Rice.
Right.
Yeah, right. Ever since that shit, they got so fucking strict, bro, on that malicious wound and being assault, being just like vicious like that. You know, you could do that to a person. They don't like those. You know what I'm saying? So he might be right, yo. He might be done. Maybe definitely go to jail. He might come back.
It's like a pro boxer. You're looking at a guy who runs.
Yeah, I mean,
videos in the trial of this guy running 4.4, coming at a 250-pound man, ducking his shoulder and making him bounce back 4 foot and not skipping a stride. And when that happens, and then they're going to show this average man in the courtroom. And when you look at that and you look at an average man, you think, how is that? You're going to know that he needed to show restraint. It's an unfortunate thing, but when you are a powerful individual, you have to show restraint. And he didn't show any restraint. And that's going to hurt him.
How do you feel if you're a Saints fan? Drew Brees goes the year before. You get Jameis Winston, he gets hurt. Then Sean Payton leaves. And now you're going to lose your best player. Michael Thomas already said he's not going to come back. Where do the Saints go? What's going to happen with them? They have nobody. Nobody. How do you even rebuild after that? That's going to be a struggle. So Tommy brought up something, and it's going to affect you too, Chris. Tommy brought up something last episode. He said Daniel Jones isn't even a starting quarterback. He's not a starting quarterback for nobody.
No. His fumbling issues, his turnover issues. I mean, and he has the same accuracy issues as a Drew Lock style to a Tagovailoa type arm strength issues. Plus, he can't hold on to the ball, and it's at the point now with his history is proven.
You can't teach that. You can't teach that. I remember another giant great.
Not break fumble.
I knew another giant great that couldn't hold on to the ball and taught himself Tiki Barber that taught himself how to hold on to that ball. All I'm saying is,
you're right.
I think Daniel Jones had a raw deal. He's had coordinator after coordinator, coach, I see skill set in him. And maybe it's just me believing in what the new coach can do with him. I don't know. But not a starting quarterback. You would take Washington's quarterback over him?
But at the beginning of the year, yeah.
If we start next year. Next year
coming up. I would rather have one of the guys out the draft.
No.
Let me tell you something.
I said Washington's quarterback.
This is the worst QB year for drafts. I would rather have the worst
I'm not
QB
asking
year
you that.
draft picks than this guy.
Stop dodging the question. The question is, you would take
I'd rather
Daniel
try
Jones
it out.
or
If
Washington.
I could get Heineke as a rookie, I'm taking it.
I said next year.
Oh, that don't make no sense.
No, it does make sense. You said he's not a starting quarterback.
Jones.
You said he's not a starting quarterback. Next year, is he a starting quarterback or not?
Daniel Jones has to be a starting quarterback next year.
Okay, so he is a starting quarterback. He is a starting quarterback. And he's going to be way above a bunch
Daniel
of
Jones?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones? Yeah, he's
I can't hear you, but I'm telling you right now, Daniel Jones is going to have a way better year next year. Way better. Can't hear you. Okay. All right. So I think Tommy finally admitted he was wrong about that.
Yeah. He's supposed to be.
Go ahead,
he's you know, here's my input on this. You know, it's already been said he's gonna be starting this year, and they feel good about him. And with the changes that are going with head coaches, assistant coaches, and all that, Daniel Jones is, they want him to stay healthy and whatnot. And they feel like he's going to be for his fourth year on, he's going to be way better than he was the 2 years. He did have a neck injury, and yeah, that is a little fear for him. But the way he played, even after he came back, I mean, he tried, and he still sucked. But what can I say? I mean, he's yeah. I mean, yeah, it's everybody, right? Yeah. So
these are the reasons. These are the reasons why I am never going to be a stat guy, because teams are not equal. Teams they play are not equal. You're going to look at him and say he sucks statistically. When I look at him, I see something else. I know his team fucking sucks. His offensive line sucks. His running back can't stay healthy. You got an overrated wide receiver in Galladay. I mean, the team is just bad. The tight end, I thought was supposed to be a star 2-3 years ago. This dude ain't showed up one bit. Fred Davis. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think the new coach in there is going to bring something out of him, because he's going to look at him like, I saw what you did with Josh Allen. I think that confidence is going to come back in him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. And while we'll take this break real quick, because this episode is sponsored by Coke. So it says, share a Coke with Terrell. All right, guys. So Joe Burrow, big time stuff this year, coming back second year. He has a chance to be one out of the first 4 people to ever win the Heisman National Championship Super Bowl. Tony Dorsett, Marcus Allen, Charles Woodson. He'll be the first quarterback ever to do this if he wins. So if he wins, does he pass Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and whoever else is the number 1 quarterback in the league? Chris, if he wins, is he the number 1 quarterback in the league?
Burrow. No.
Who's won then?
The number 1 quarterback in the league this year?
No. If Burrow wins the Super Bowl and becomes the first quarterback ever to win the Heisman National Championship and Super Bowl, would he overtake Mahomes, Allen, and whoever else?
It's just an award, bro.
No, I'm saying, would he be the number 1 quarterback?
He looked upon like he's the best elite quarterback. I mean, this nigga's been making shit happen. So he is a damn good quarterback. But it's a little to say that he's some fucking. He definitely ain't no Tom Brady. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. What I'm saying, but that's the beginning of one. And the hopes is for him to give him that enough willpower to be that elite quarterback and keep being better every year he plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So, Tommy, what you think? If he wins this game, becomes the first quarterback ever to do this, would he be the number 1 quarterback?
It's still not close. The number 1 quarterback's Pat Mahomes. Will be Pat
Mahomes.
He's been 4 straight.
This nigga Tommy, it's still Pat Mahomes.
It's pretty hard to do that. He's been to 2 Super Bowls out of 4. How many years has this guy started football? 4. We've never seen this. Brady didn't do this.
But
at
Tommy,
this point in the career, do you know who's better than Brady? 4 years in, Pat Mahomes.
Listen,
That's
why
we're all saying, is Joe Burrow, is Josh Allen? It's because Pat Mahomes looks scary.
He does look scary, but he's not winning. You got 1 Super Bowl.
He went to the AFC Championship game.
Okay, but let's say you don't get to no more. See, we're looking at it in right now, like, okay,
Joe Burrow wins this one and don't get to no more. I mean,
he's still got the same amount of Super Bowl rings as Pat Mahomes. If he wins this game in his second year, he'll have the same amount of Super Bowl rings as Pat Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
So what's that mean?
He's got to get there 4 more times.
Got to get there 4 more times. And he's in his second year taking Cincinnati.
That's fun.
Cincinnati. So where they are.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Facts.
See what I'm saying? Pat Mahomes. And I respect Pat Mahomes. I hate him because he wins and he looks good doing it. But I feel like not Drew saying his ceiling's already over. I think the team around him will start disintegrating a little bit. I think Andy Reid, with all his personal stuff going on with his kids and all this stuff going on, I think he's going to probably step away soon. I think he might coach one more year. Then what's going to happen? You know, things start falling off. That's what happens in all sports. You can't keep it together forever. Cincinnati, that team's going to be together for a minute. They're going to be together for a minute. So why wouldn't they come back next year? Why wouldn't they come back and do it again next year? We already know what they need to fix. Well, we'll talk about that on episode 2. So you think Pat Mahomes and me and Chris agree? All right, cool. That's fair. So we were talking about Tom Brady on the past 2 shows, and we've been wrong both times. But now on that Let Go podcast, he said, I'll let you know 6 months from now. All right. So let's say Tampa Bay don't want to wait that long. Who should Tampa Bay go get? Who should they go get right now? Who?
Jameis Winston.
Yes.
Jameis. I mean,
Jameis needs to get the hell out of New Orleans because there's a fire sale in there. He needs to go. Right. What you think, Chris? You with Winston?
I agree.
Too?
I agree.
I think so too. I think it's Winston all day. So if he does go there, let's say they take him first. Tom Brady want to come back. Where's his perfect fit at?
Tom Brady, Denver.
Yeah.
Denver.
Don't fucking say Denver. How did I know he's gonna say Denver? Everybody's going to Denver.
Why are we
everybody in Denver
getting the best, getting a QB? Because there's not an analyst out there who says, yeah, with the QB, that team's got a chance to do damage. They're set up like they were with Peyton a little bit. Look at this. And why, if Tom Brady comes back, if Aaron Rodgers wants to come over, if Russell Wilson wants out, then Denver's going to be linked.
What you think, Chris? I wrote down 3 teams. Colts, 49ers, and I said Denver too. Wow. What you think, Chris? What you think?
Don't
say the Giants, man. He ain't going there. He ain't going to watch it either.
That'd be funny as shit, yo. That'd be so funny.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know, man. There's
I can't beat him, so I'm joining them.
Out of those 3 teams that you mentioned, it'd probably be the Rams.
I ain't say the Rams. I said the Colts, 49ers.
Yeah, the Colts. The 49ers.
I said the Colts too. But you know,
that's what I meant. The Colts.
What?
Huh?
49ers.
I said the Colts. I think the Colts. It'd be
Trey Lance, man. That's a lot of draft capital in Trey Lance. They moved to get that guy. Trey Lance.
I think the only way he would go to Denver is if they put something in his contract that after he retired, after a year or so, he buys the team.
Who?
Tom Brady's gonna own. He's gonna own the Broncos.
You think so?
Tom Brady's gonna own the Broncos. I'm telling you, yo. All right, so we saw last night, or was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. They put the award show on. I'm not gonna get into the Hall of Fame because a lot of other people that's on here was talking about that. But I will say something about the MVP. Aaron Rodgers won MVP. Y'all both agree with that?
Nope.
Nope.
None of us agree with that. Good.
Hell no.
Who do you think it should have been, Tommy?
Cooper Kupp. Triple crowns don't come easy.
My man. Yeah, he said it.
Excited.
Triple crowns.
Excited.
I'm trying to tell you, he should have been the MVP.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on, Chris. Let him say what he wants, and I'm gonna go to you. Watch it. Watch my time.
It doesn't matter if you had another game. If you led the league, everybody had the same amount of games. You led the league in touchdowns. You led the league in receptions. You led the league in yards. You balling. You had the ball healthily for a whole nother game than anybody ever had. You won the Triple Crown with an extra game.
Ooh.
We don't see this. We don't see the Triple Crown. This is a once every 15, 20 year stat. We don't see this a lot. And it never had. I just don't see how they didn't give it to him. JJ Watt came in close. If he'd have broke the record, I don't care who you vote for. TJ Watt. You break the record or you get the Triple Crown.
Oh, you talking about Chris? Who did you think was?
What do you think, man? Cooper Kupp, bro. He was the leading receptionist with 145 receptions. All right, the leading receiving yards at 1,947 receiving and 16 touchdowns. Also, first one to win the Triple Crown, nigga, since 05, since Steve Smith.
There's your boy Steve Smith.
Should be a Hall of Famer.
I said that too. Steve Smith should have been a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so bro. He broke records, bro.
I'm with both of y'all. But we all know that this award this much goes to anybody but a quarterback. So, right. I mean, it's just one of those awards.
And then he gets up there with my man Jerry Rice, my dude. He's the top fifth. He's the fifth player to actually, either the fourth to ever be in that bracket. Nigga, that bracket.
He actually got a vote. He got an MVP vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He should have. They're gonna see if he does it again. He's gonna try it again.
Look, I'm not a stat guy, and I don't. But I wanted to compare. I wanted to see things because I was looking at things. For Aaron Rodgers, did 4,115 passing yards, 40 total touchdowns, 4 picks, 69 QBR. Tom Brady had 5,316 passing yards, which is number one in NFL. 45 total TDs, number one in NFL. He had 12 interceptions, and he had a 68 QBR. He's the third QB in history to lead in all four major passing categories. How is he not the MVP?
12 interceptions. 10-1 is insane.
Are we saying that interceptions are the reason?
Yes.
He's the third quarterback in NFL history to lead in all four categories. But if we're going to talk about Cooper Kupp.
I propose this. For a really good stat, imagine if every time Tom Brady intercepted the ball, what the other team did with it came off of his stats. If the other team scored a touchdown, he lost one of his passing touchdowns because he gave the team that ball. So what if he did? Would he end up having 26, 28 touchdowns this year? 35? Then is he as good as Aaron Rodgers? Because you take 4 interceptions off of Aaron Rodgers, he's got 36 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. If you do the math, it's beast.
But even what you're saying, listen to what you're saying. Even if we did that, and we took those 12 interceptions and put it on there, that's still 32. And Aaron Rodgers would have 36. That's still 4. Right. That's only 4 less than Aaron Rodgers. Right. And he destroyed Aaron Rodgers in every other category.
Didn't destroy him. 400 yards. That's a game and a half. By interception ratio, Rodgers had to play 6 more games to get Brady.
All I'm saying is, when you look at, I mean, it's close. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter because you can look at. We can always go back and forth. We can say both divisions suck. So both of them was putting up shit. That's why when you say y'all both say Cooper Kupp, that's another reason why he should win. Because you look at his division. Look at the Bucks division. Who's there? Atlanta's defense is horrible. The Saints, their defense gets after Tom Brady, but they can't stop the back end. And then Carolina, what were they doing? I don't know. Then you look at the Vikings, Bears, and Lions. Of course he's eating them up. Cooper Kupp played against Arizona's defense, the 49ers defense, and Seattle's defense. And put up historic numbers. I'm talking about historic. Cooper Kupp should have won. They should have made an exception and said, you know what? We're going to look at this rule a little differently. We're going to say it's about that instead of, give it to another quarterback because they get every damn thing anyway. You know what I mean?
They get the commercials. They get all that shit.
Everything. They get everything. Where's Cooper Kupp's commercial? Where's that at? But we're going to pause real quick for another break from our sponsors. Share Coke with Terrell. All right, we're back. Rellism Sports Talk. Wrapping it up. We got about 10, 11 minutes left. I was gonna do the Hall of Fame, but I don't know if I really want to do the Hall of Fame. Oh, we can do the Hall of Fame. Hell with it. Chris, you know about these people in the Hall of Fame. DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware did not make the Hall of Fame for the Cowboys. Why not?
What?
Why didn't he make it?
First ballot. That's the only thing that held him back.
What?
They want to limit.
I didn't know that.
There's not a lot of exclusivity to the NFL Hall of Fame. They're letting a lot of people in that. So if you're going to have any type of exclusivity, you're looking at first ballot maybe. And I could see you not letting him in because he's not a first ballot. I think he is. His prime was some of the best I've ever seen, whether it be Dallas and
here it comes.
2015 Denver defense was the best of all time. If you don't believe me, just Google DeMarcus Ware fake spin, and check that highlight out one. This guy deserves it.
He does deserve it because he won that ring with Denver, right?
Yeah.
That's why. What about Andre Johnson, guys? Andre Johnson, when he was with Houston, he was the best. He had at least a 4-year window where he was the best receiver in football. I know people are going to argue Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne, whoever the hell else they want to argue. not Reggie Wayne. Who am I? What's the name I'm thinking about for the Colts? It is Reggie Wayne. Yeah,
Reggie.
Andre Johnson. What the? Who was he even playing with? Who was his quarterbacks? Who was Andre Johnson's quarterback? Who?
Steve Smith's got a better chance than Andre. I think. I like Steve.
Why?
He's
I love
5'8".
I think Steve Smith should be in.
He's a top 10 receiver and he's a top 15 receiver in yardages and all these categories. He's 5'8". He had Del Holman as a starting quarterback.
I am with you. That team went to a Super Bowl. Did they go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Did they go to the Super Bowl?
They lost to the Patriots.
Who was on their team?
Del Holm.
Go ahead.
Who was their running back? Was it?
They had
a running back.
They had defensive stars on that team. Yeah. Defensive stars. Who was on Andre Johnson's teams? Who was his quarterbacks?
Miller. Miller's almost a Hall of Fame running back.
Who?
Lamar Miller.
Hold on. Did you just say Lamar Miller was almost a Hall of Fame running back?
Yeah. Write it down for the say what. Write it down for the say what. Check his
stats. What the fuck?
I know my stuff. Check his stats.
Oh. I don't need you. My eyes told me Lamar Miller's ass is not a Hall of Famer. Are you serious?
I swear.
Eddie George didn't make it. You think Lamar Miller's gonna make it?
He's close. I said he's almost a Hall of Fame running back.
Almost hell. He's way into the line. Lamar Miller.
I don't even hear that name, yo. That's not even a name that you hear people even talk about.
I know Lamar Miller. I know that.
Lamar Miller played with Andre Johnson.
You might as well say Edgerrin James.
Nah,
Edgerrin James is Hall of Fame.
Lamar was putting up.
You think Lamar Jackson was better than Edgerrin James?
What? You crazy, bro? I got Edgerrin James rookie card, yo. What? For the Colts.
Tommy. Say what? Come on, man. Why would you say that, man?
When we were drafting edge, in like the first and second, Lamar was going out like the sixth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh. And this cat was just putting up like 30 and 40 points less on a fantasy season. Then
here you go with this fantasy shit, dude. Here you go. Listen, fantasy players do not make real Hall of Famers. Ask Tony Romo. I had him every damn year as my quarterback, and I was winning with that motherfucker, but he wasn't winning without me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Lamar Miller, that's bull. I can't wait to say that on next week's show. That is horrible. That is horrible.
Watch. Like, dang.
I can't even get myself together now. We got 6 minutes left. 6 minutes, and then we get into the big time storylines on the next episode.
Hey, yo.
Chris ain't gonna be on there, but we got Drew and we got Shimon. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Oh no! We were just talking about running backs and whatnot, man. One of my favorite running backs in my day was Eddie George.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he didn't get in either. He didn't get in.
I can't even. That right there. I was like, yo, what? Eddie George?
Tommy, who's better, Lamar Miller or Eddie George?
Eddie's
better.
Hall of Fame running back. Eddie deserves in.
But Lamar Miller's that close?
He's that close.
You hate running backs. Hold on. You hate Derrick Henry, but you like Lamar Miller. You like all the goddamn quarterbacks. You like them all. But
you like a Hall of Fame.
You have no clue about running backs. Fuck Derrick Henry. Give me Lamar Miller.
Give me Lamar
Miller.
Who's better, Clinton Portis or Lamar Miller?
On Hall of Fame level or skill level?
Oh my gosh!
I tell you, when you look at them play, hold on.
Never left Denver.
He had to put it on Denver a fucking game. This guy in fucking Denver.
Even your first 2 years in Washington. Even your first 2 years in Washington with Clinton Portis. When something happened in Washington, I don't know what happened there. Y'all ruined my running back.
They ruined everybody.
He's better than Lamar Miller.
Washington ruins everybody.
What about Brandon Jacobs?
Brandon Jacobs is
a bum.
He ain't nowhere close to the Ring of Honor.
He ain't
even close to the Ring of
Honor. Hey, he got a Super Bowl ring though.
Tiki Barber should be in y'all's Ring of Honor though. Tiki Barber.
Yeah, he should.
And his brother should be in the Hall of Fame. He got snubbed too.
Yeah.
One day. And I hope Tiki Barber finds this video because remember I came to Charlottesville and left your ass in beer pong. and I whooped your ass in beer pong, Tiki Barber. Yeah, I remember that shit. He's like, I don't know who the fuck this dude
Kobe.
We just freestyle. We got 3 minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left, and then we're done. And then we're getting ready for the part number 2.
Word.
Chris, sorry you can't be on the next one because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be in there.
Yeah, man. I got my 8-year anniversary with my girls coming up soon. Next week.
What do you think of Harden joining Embiid? And
so I was gonna bring up my video where I said at the beginning of the year he should have already been there. Right. I said he should have played with Philly. I said if they make that trade, go to Philly. Philly's gonna be dope. I said this already. I'm gonna find the footage and put it on there. I be calling shit, yo.
What about Ben? Could we see a better Ben Simmons with Kevin?
Yes, you will. Because he don't have to score. He don't have to score now. Exactly. He don't have to score. But on the other side of it, the pick and roll, Ben Simmons and James Harden. I mean, not Ben Simmons, old Embiid and Harden. And I like Philly, but I hate James Harden.
I like Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn more without Harden too. I like. I wish Kyrie was.
I hate Brooklyn too.
Kyrie was balling full time.
Hey man, I don't know why my Knicks has been trash. My Knicks has been trash. I stopped watching them. That's how bad they got.
Y'all, I wish y'all would have took Russell Westbrook off our fucking hands.
I'm so glad you took Randall off our hands.
Yeah, Randall.
Yo, bro, I stopped watching them.
He out here crying, booing and shit.
Alligator arms out there trying to catch the ball.
I never liked him. Yo, he was like a Family Dollar. What was him up? What's his name for the Grizzlies?
What?
Zach Randolph. I called him a Family Dollar Zach Randolph. That's what he was.
They should have kept Lou on there, yo.
The Knicks will never be good until Sargo.
Out of all those draft picks in that, I like Ja Morant, but I also really like RJ Barrett. I thought, man, if he can develop a 3-point game. No, he's not. I never liked RJ Barrett. Garbage. Left-handed.
Garbage.
Sweet left-handed stroke.
He's still average, dude.
Pocket shooter.
He's just going to be one of those players. He's never going to be a superstar, ever. He's not.
Perfect. He's a perfect baller.
He's going to be another Jason Kidd, yo.
He need a superstar.
Jason Kidd. Yeah. He's going to be a Jason Kidd.
Think about if the Knicks would have had the number 2 pick instead of the number 3 pick. If they'd have got Ja Morant on that team instead of RJ Barrett. Other people want to play with Ja Morant. Nobody give a fuck about RJ Barrett. All y'all can hope for with RJ Barrett is that his best friend broke down Zion Williamson is going to show up there.
Can you win a championship with that?
Yes. What are they, 4th or 5th in the West right now?
I don't think he's Derrick Rose yet.
But athletically, he looks like Derrick Rose did when he first started.
He can't shoot like him, man.
That's okay, but he's young. If you're a player and you're a free agent, don't you want to go play with somebody like Ja Morant? Ja Morant's gonna score, but he'll still dish out 10 times. I'm just saying, he's gonna be the faces, yo. I'm telling you, those kind of players. And LaMelo Ball.
He's fun.
Youngest all-star, LaMelo Ball.
He's fun.
Rellism Sports Talk, episode 70, part 1. Wrapping it up. Be ready for number 2. It's going to get crazy.
Y'all have fun, man. Tell the fellas and everybody said, what up?
Hey, we sending
condolences. Keep gunning, baby.
Harrisburg, Virginia. Khalil, Nan. We sending condolences, everybody, yo. It's hard to lose a son. I couldn't imagine losing one of my kids. It's crazy. Condolences out to everybody that lost somebody.
Condolences.
Prayers to Bridgewater, Virginia. You know
yes, and